Good evening, good evening. I had a disconnect, so I'm going to start all over again. I'm Alicia Buchanan, and my purpose is to help people overcome their pain so that they can live a healthy lifestyle. And so what I was talking about before the video got cut off is, first of all, I haven't been on for a long time, but I felt I needed to come on, and I just wanted to speak a word of encouragement for some people and to speak out. So this morning I went to a funeral of a good friend of mine. Her daughter had passed away, and while my heart was heavy to be there, it was encouraging to see so many people come out and support her and her family, and also to, shed light on some issues that we don't talk about. A lot of people are dealing with pain and are suffering, and nobody is talking about what's going on. And when we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all the social media, everybody's showcasing their highlights. Nobody's talking about the real issues, or maybe some people are, but I don't see it. It doesn't come up in my feed. And I've heard from other people that are dealing with some issues, and nobody speaks out. So I just wanted to come and talk with you about some issues of life, if you would have it to say. So what if you woke up one morning and you just decided that you weren't going to live anymore, that life was meaningless and it wasn't worthwhile? What do? What is the choice that you decide you're going to make? Are you going to continue to live the same way? Or do you just give up and decide that you're going to end it? Well, I personally know people who decided that they didn't want to live anymore, that they just wanted to end their suffering. And if you've ever been in that situation where you didn't get any help, I would encourage you to really get some help. If you're dealing with some challenges by yourself, because what happens is social media isolates us. It really does isolate us. People hide behind their phones. They hide behind the facade. They hide behind, the happy quotes and posts, when indeed sometimes people are struggling. And there's a lot that's going on that we have evidence of the struggle because of what has happened in the past and continues to happen. The mass shootings where people are acting out on their feelings when they didn't get any help, or someone was a bystander and they saw that this person truly had some issues, but no one said anything. No one did anything. So for the people that their lives ended, whom I knew, the family wasn't a failure, or no one was a failure because they weren't able to get the help that they needed. When a person decides that they're ready to take action and do whatever they want to do, most of the time, nothing can stop them. But we're still here and we're still alive, so we have another opportunity. And so over the past time that I hadn't been doing any lives or hadn't been on here, I felt a little discouraged by what was going on and, what has happened in the past, because, someone decided that they weren't going to live anymore. And then what happened recently, going to the funeral, it was discouraging and it was very heartbreaking. But I believe that there's always a second chance, and there's always another opportunity to help someone else. It's always another opportunity to help somebody else. And so, when you're left behind, how do you find the courage to keep going? That's the question that I want to pose to everyone, is how do you find the courage to live when other people have died? How do you find that courage? I'm inspired. This is my last year as an Old Magazine insider. I've been a part of this group with the Oprah Magazine brand. And so every year she has a theme. And it made me think this year's theme is about the year of questions. And so, every day just thinking about something and challenging yourself of what you're going to do every day to take action. And so that question came up when I went to the funeral this morning is, How do you find the courage to live when other people have died? Or how do you find the courage to even face your challenge that you're dealing with right now, your struggle, when you've remained silent or when you've been discouraged? What is it that you do necessarily? And we don't have to have the answers all the time, because we feel like we have to have the answers. We feel like we have to do something, but we don't necessarily have to have the answers right now. But what I want to encourage you to do is, if you are struggling and you're seriously struggling, you're isolated, you don't have any support, you don't have anybody that you feel that you can trust to go to, I would encourage you to strongly consider picking up the phone and, reaching out and calling for some professional help. There are some hotlines that you can call. The National Suicide Hotline, 1-800-273-TALK. That's one way. And sometimes it may not be that severe, but I just wanted to come out and share that resource because, we're in this age where we don't feel like we can trust people. Maybe you've had something in the past that happened where people have made you feel ashamed of your past. But there are ways that you can seek support, and you can be anonymous. You don't have to share your name, or you can get some help, and people don't have to know your business, in other words, if you don't want them to. I have a resource as well. If you feel so inclined to visit, there's a link in this video. It's called bit.ly/real mindset. It's a resource that you can download for yourself and take a look at it. But I just wanted to, again, share and let you ponder on that question. Think about it. If this is for you, how do you find the courage to live when others have died? And, when you're left behind as that person who you feel like you need to do something, but you have something that you need to get over, what are you going to do? What are the steps that you're going to take? So I would just encourage you to do something. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. It definitely is not promised to any of us. I know personally people who they're not here anymore, and they've left behind spouses and children. And so, these individuals, they have to keep going and keep living without the person that they've loved who decided that they weren't going to live anymore. But you have that opportunity. So take it. So again, it's been a long time since I've come on here, but I just wanted to share that. And I'll be talking with you soon. I hope that you have a blessed evening and stay encouraged.